Now I'd like to let you hear the instruments individually. We'll start from the highest and go to the lowest. Start with woodwind family, and the highest member of the woodwind family is our piccolo. I need to move out of the way so you can see it. Hold it up. That's a piccolo. You can see it's twice as small as a flute. So it's going to sound higher. Notice how many piccolos we have in this band. Right. One. Every year, people want to play and sign up for piccolo. First you learn flute. So this is the sound of the piccolo. So it produces a sound much like blowing across a pop bottle. You've done that before, getting there. It's similar to doing that. So then the flute is going to sound a little bit lower because it's a little bigger. That's the flute. The next highest member is the oboe. You'll hold that up, please. It produces, it kind of looks like a clarinet, but it produces a sound by vibrating two reeds together, like that. I'm sure you've heard the sound of an oboe, charming snakes. Our oboe player does that every once in a while. This is the sound of the oboe. Okay, also the next biggest member of our double, it's called a double reed oboe, is the bassoon. Will you hold that up, please? Usually pretty high on the ooh factor. So this is a bassoon, double reed. If you're going to think about playing bassoon or oboe, we would start doing clarinet, which is coming up. This is the sound of the bassoon. It's a soft instrument, so you have to be real quiet. So that's the bassoon. The clarinet will be next. It's a single reed instrument, so it produces its sound by vibrating one reed against the mouthpiece. Clarinet in a band is like a violin in an orchestra. We need lots of clarinets. It's the basic woodwind member. From clarinet, you can transfer to or switch over to oboe, bassoon, saxophone, bass clarinet. The clarinet also has the widest range of all the woodwinds. Can we demonstrate that range? That's a pretty wide range from lowest to highest. Now we'll have a tune on the clarinet. That's a clarinet. The next member of the woodwind family is an alto saxophone. You need to stand up and hold it up. Even though it looks like it's made a brass family member, it's a woodwind because it produces its sound by vibrating one reed against the mouthpiece. This is the sound of the alto sax. Okay, and then it has a bigger brother or sister, and that's a tenor sax. So you stand up and hold it up and compare it to the size of the alto. Compared to the side, it's a little bigger, so it's going to sound a little lower. This is the tenor sax. so you can hear it's a little bit lower. Then the biggest member of the saxophone family that we use is the baritone sax. You hold that up. It's very high in the blue factor, and it's twice as big as the alto, and a little bit bigger than the tenor. So it's going to sound even lower. This is the sound of the baritone sax. So that's the baritone sax. Don't want to forget the bass clarinets. Kind of go out of order. Bass clarinet is twice as big as a clarinet, so it's going to sound lower. Let's hear the bass clarinet. So that's the bass clarinet. And that's our woodwind family. Now we'll go to our highest member is a trumpet or a cornet. You would start on a cornet. It's just a little smaller, so it's easier to hold for you. And eventually go to a trumpet. All of our guys in the Symphonic band have trumpets. So they basically sound alike. We won't go into that now. But this is the sound of the trumpet. The next one down, lower in pitch, lower in sound, is the French horn. If you hold that up, that's actually about 17 feet of tubing, all wound up. And the reason it's all wound up is because it's a lot easier to hold it that way. So anyway, this is the sound of the French horn. Trombone. Some people, they used to call them slide trombone. Can you stand up and show them how the slide works? It goes back and forth, and when it's out there and you pull it in, you don't actually have to swallow the slide. So anyway, this is the sound of the trombone. Called a baritone, which will stand up and hold it up. A baritone is twice as big as that cornet, so it's going to sound an octave lower, 8 notes lower. So this is the sound of the baritone. Tuba, so if we can get all these up at the same time, maybe, without killing each other. We got